Okay, hello, I'm Amy Steele. If you haven't caught any of my other presentations this semester, this time I need you to imagine that our farmers, our Tennessee farmers, planted 50,000 acres of apple trees. But when it was time to harvest, there were no trucks to haul the fruit, and there were no factories to make applesauce. This isn't a hypothetical. This isn't a hypothetical nightmare. This scenario is currently a reality for our Tennessee hemp farmers, who have the crops but lack the midstream decortication facilities to process it. According to the Tennessee Department of Agriculture's 2020 report. Sorry, something in my throat. As a student pursuing a precision agricultural pathway with the TSU USDA ARS initiatives and a candidate for sophomore senate, I have personally analyzed the industrial gaps and technical blueprints required for this critical transition. Today, I will walk you through the national infrastructure crisis, highlight Motlow State's sophisticated or specific technical solutions, and unveil the profound biorefining economic benefits for our local communities. Let us begin by looking at the physical bottleneck that is currently holding back Tennessee's immense agricultural potential. Because we got the land. The problem, and they're ready to plant, they're planted, and then our government let them down. The problem and the core reason the hemp industry has stalled nationwide is the severe lack of physical midstream processing infrastructure. Specifically, the industry suffers from an absence of mechanical decorticators, which are absolutely essential to safely separate the plant's fibers. This comes from a study done by Raymond et al. In 2021. Mechanical decortication is still the critical first step in transforming raw hemp stalks into high-value industrial materials. Without these specialized machines, the plant simply cannot be utilized for its most valuable components, leaving farmers with a crop that has limited market access. Now that we have identified the critical equipment bottleneck, let's turn our attention to the infrastructure solutions that are readily available right here in our region. Motlow State Community College holds the exact blueprint to build this infrastructure by offering technical programs that facilitate what I call a triple output economic engine. Firstly, their mechatronics program provides the robotics expertise necessary to operate advanced mechanical decorticators along the US 64 corridor, according to Motlow.edu's Motlow State College's 2026B, a flyer on their website at motlow.edu. A decorticator, for those unfamiliar, is the essential machine used to separate the tough outer fiber from the woody inner herd of the hemp plant. Students in this program will not only learn to operate, but also to maintain and scale this high-tech equipment, ensuring consistent industrial output for our region. Secondly, the distilling and fermentation programs at Motlow State provides the specific precision required to refine raw plant material into high-value commodities. Motlow State Community College's 2026A, a flyer at their website, motlow.edu. That tells you about the distilling and fermentation program. The other would tell you about the mechatronics program that they offer. The inner herd of the hemp plant, for example, can be processed into biopolymers, a sustainable alternative for automotive plants like Nissan and Deckard and Smyrna to meet their commitments for the climate, coming up in 2030, potentially, or 35. I mean, it's every year, 2050, Meanwhile, the outer fiber provides a robust and sustainable alternative for construction materials and biodegradable packaging, opening up entirely new markets. And finally, with the precision agribusiness pathways, ensure that these value-added profits remain within our local community. This innovative model shifts our region away from a single commodity economy to a diversified, resilient economic engine. By keeping manufacturing local, we create By keeping manufacturing local, we create a secure supply chain that is far more resilient to national market collapse. Having mapped the infrastructural gaps and the technical blueprints required to bridge them, we must now look at who will lead this vital transition. To me, that only makes sense that Mom will do because they're sitting in a very unique position, with their fermentation programs, their mechatronic programs, the corticated that is needed to bridge that gap. To me, it makes perfect sense. In summary, we have thoroughly examined the critical lack of midstream processing for industrial crops. We have also clearly demonstrated how localized decorticator facilities, powerfully supported by Motlow State's established technical and fermentation programs, can secure exclusive supply chains and create unprecedented opportunities for our farmers. Transforming the US 64 corridor from a mere agricultural thoroughfare into a thriving biorefining hub requires leadership that deeply understands both the soil and the science. That's my love. Yeah. Go Bucks. This is precisely why I'm seeking a seat in the sophomore Senate to champion these exact freedom to farm initiatives that will empower our agricultural sector. Because we have the land, and we have the advanced mechatronics, and we possess the blueprints for a zero-waste economy. We have the farmers. Now let us not merely study the future of agribusiness, but actively build a framework that sustains it for generations to come. Thank you.